Everybody, Jon Sharp here at Hardenbergh Insurance Group. Thrilled to see you again. And today we're pleased to welcome Paul Boyer, one of two managing directors at Ancero. Paul's company is a cloud solution provider and is headquartered in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. Paul, welcome.
How you doing, John? Thanks for having me.
Doing great, Paul. And as we discussed, we wanted to bring together industry professionals here during this COVID-19 really market disruptor is how I'm going to describe it today. It's affecting big and small industries. And we thought that if we brought professionals in specific sectors together to give advice to small business in the region, that it would be valuable to everybody. So that's why you're here. And again, we appreciate you joining us. Paul, let me start with the first question for you. Can you tell me what things have been like for you and Ancero in the last 2 weeks?
Yes, so the last 2 weeks have been slightly unlike any other 2 weeks we've ever had. Obviously, things have changed, that we have the management team here. We're considered essential services, so we show up for work every day. All the engineers are working from home. If we have to go to a customer site for an emergency, we make sure that they're protected with masks and gloves and all the appropriate safety precautions to do so. And that's kind of, what we've been doing 7 days a week, around the clock pretty much, as we are a 7/24 operation to start, but we've been really, really busy.
What do you think the volume increase, how long do you think it's going to last, the volume increase that you've seen the last few weeks?
Yeah, we're kind of anticipating, for the next 3 to 6 months, we're ramping up. We're in this environment looking for a couple more resources. And we think this is going to last for an extended period of time.
What do you think the most important thing to know in regards to VoIP is during this pandemic for the small business owner?
Yeah, I think, hosted communications in general, whether you call it VoIP hosted communications, unified communications, anybody on that platform, regardless of where they are at any point in time, has the ability to be reached and also, receive calls, make calls, receive voicemails and do business. So, it obviously lends itself well to the environment we're in. I would just tell everybody, because there's many providers, many providers, but just a few platforms really in the industry today. And they all work in somewhat of a similar fashion to make sure that your service provider has all the features and benefits integrated into being able to be a mobile, company, which is great, based on where we are.
Any advice for small business owners in this period? You just gave us quite a bit on VoIP, but anything else out there that you think a small business owner needs to know that can help them through a stressful time?
I would say that, for a small business to be kind of out of business because of technology through what we're going through now is really a mistake. And I would say that evaluate, hosted offerings like voice over IP, like compute as a service, whether that's infrastructure as a service or cloud workspace. All those offerings are out there. We certainly could help anybody through a discussion on how they could leverage the cloud. But, there's no reason, not to be in business, not to, be answering calls and dealing with your customers and supporting your customers. I know you're certainly doing that. All your folks are working from home as if, we weren't going through this, and you're leveraging the technology like we are.
Last question for you. Obviously, you're working at home and your staff is too. I know some of you are coming in, but what is your favorite activity that you can do because you're working at home as opposed to when you're coming in the office every day?
I would say that the best takeaway from what we're going through for the people at home is that they're safe, right? That they're not putting themselves out there, they're not traveling, they're not having to deal with interacting with others. I think that it's just a, great peace of mind knowing that the technology keeps everybody safe.
All right, so Paul, if someone wants to touch base with you and ask some more questions about some of the tips and information you gave, how can they do that?
Yeah, if anybody is interested, they just went to Ancero.com. You'll certainly see how to connect with us right on the website, rated info@ancero.com, and we'll certainly, or you certainly can call in. And we will certainly follow back with anybody calling in, regarding how to leverage cloud services.
That's great, Paul. Thank you so much for your time today. I know you're in the middle of a very busy period, so I greatly appreciate it.
John, have a great day. Be careful, and thank you.